Good afternoon, everyone. Warm welcome. Dignitaries on the dais, friends from the media, print and television media. And should I call you all partners in our fight, the struggle against raising awareness towards cancer and cancer-related subjects. I'm asking you to join not the fight against cancer, but the fight against the myths of cancer. Because what we have realized in our journey of 15 years together, me and Chinna, is that we don't lack anywhere in terms of expertise or experience when compared to the West or the equipment, right? In every possible way, we in India are on par with what goes on in the West, except when it comes to awareness and diagnosis. We diagnose late cancers. Most of the patients are not aware of what they are to expect in terms of therapy and results. Most of them get demoralized. They don't know that they can actually do well and that there is an entire world of technology and expertise backing them to go on to lead a normal life. So we need to fight this lack of awareness, which I personally feel is more dangerous than cancer. I tell my patients that fear is more dangerous than the disease itself, and that applies most to cancer, if not to all other diseases. Why running? When we wanted, Grace has been doing a lot of activities, like how Chinna has elaborated. We have done different kinds of fundraising activities, awareness activities. I'm a keen runner. I am associated with a group called Hyderabad Runners, which is one of the biggest running groups in India. And running is the easiest form for anybody to keep fit. I mean, it's the easiest. You can just wear a shoe, wear whatever, go for a walk, go for a jog, go for a run. It is very low, requirement is very low in terms of the equipment required. You don't require a gym, you can just start running any minute. You want to run now, you can start. And it's the easiest way to keep yourself fit. And there is a straight up relationship between your body weight for your age and your cancer risk. Patients who have a higher body weight index for their age are more prone to get cancer. So a fit lifestyle protects you from cancers. And one more thing that we wanted to integrate here is to get our patients who are doing really well. Most of them are doing really well in the last 10-15 years of our struggle against cancer. So we here are getting us who are the treating physicians, the patients who are actually, you should not call them a victim, they should call them a victor. They're conquerors. So you have a professional running group of Hyderabad runners all on the same platform. So like I was telling you, when I approached one of our sponsors, they said that why a run? There is a run every week. You have a running event every week. So it's like an old idea. It's a weather beaten idea. There's nothing much about it. But the intention here is that we have divided it into 3 divisions, where a 2K will be done by patients themselves, run, walk, whatever they wish to, along with their family members. 5K is where their families get involved, and 10K is where the professional runners come in. So we are getting 3 different segments of people onto the same platform, and we intend to make this an annual event. Hopefully, with the blessings of our the great sponsors that we have had. And when we just took up this idea, there's so many people who willingly joined, who just came forward and said, yes, we'll be a part to it, we'll be a part to it. We were initially looking at, say, about 1,000 people, 1,500 people, 2,000 people. Now today, we have about 5,000 people who have registered or who will be a party to this run. So our numbers have just gone up just because we just took the word around, and so many people just came forward to join us. This is really very encouraging. So this is a message that I request the media to take into the public, that you don't need to fear when you hear the word cancer. Yeah, it is a big disease, it is a dangerous disease, but it is something which is absolutely curable if diagnosed early. And a lot of patients that we see also come with an apprehension that if I undergo this particular treatment, this particular surgery, this particular therapy, will I ever be back to normal? Do you think my quality of life is going to be just as good as it is before I've had this disease? Is the treatment worse than the disease? Is a question which is commonly asked. No, it is not. That is what we are trying to basically show here by getting the cancer conquerors, the victors, to come out and then join the mainstream. We need to raise this awareness that these patients go on to have a normal life, and that is the main intention of this run. And if you look at running events, the marathons as we call them per se, the West has, every city has its own marathon. It's a kind of a pride that a city associates with itself with. We have the Mumbai Marathon in India, which is the biggest, one of the biggest in the world, the biggest in the country, followed by Hyderabad Marathon. But we don't see, as runners, we don't see the general public coming out and getting involved in it. And charity running is one concept which is taken off big time in the West. Each and every big marathon associated with the major cities in the West have a huge charity component where a lot of people come out, run, raise funds for charity, and cancer charities are the #1 in the world. That is, for the first time, we want to get that concept here, where we want to get people into the idea, the mode of charity running. The previous marathons, the Hyderabad Marathon, they have done their bit. They've got multiple people onto the multiple NGOs and charity running into it. But we want to establish this segment in the charity running for oncology-related subjects. And we request all of you to help us in this endeavor. And hopefully we will be conducting the first major cancer, or probably the biggest cancer-related run in the country with all your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hemanth, for the inspiring words. And it's pretty exciting to hear that for the cause of cancer, health runs are catching up as a trend. So I would like to now request Ms. Deepa Saxena ji to share her thoughts from her perspective.
Good afternoon, everyone. As you know from them, I am a cancer survivor. I've survived it already twice, and hence I feel immense need to say that, although it's a dreaded disease, it certainly can be fought over. And it is only easier if one can speak openly about it and take help that is available already. And hence I also want to thank Grace Cancer Foundation for encouraging me to, be the brand ambassador in my capacity of having fought the disease twice. So it gives me, and it is indeed a pleasure for me to be here. And the only thing I feel, I will be able to inspire other women, or irrespective of gender, is when I realized that I need to rearrange this one word which says, will I survive? The one word that I had to replace was I will survive. That was my entire motto during the treatment and even before. So, and hence it's made me really easy for me to do, and I really hope that people out there, accept what is out, what is being provided by foundations like Grace, and accept it and make it easier for themselves to fight the cancer disease. So yeah, that's all I want to say is, keep fit. It's very, very important for you to be able to withstand the pressures, the tremendous, mental pressure that one gets when fighting the disease. So, just keep fit and please come out in large numbers for the run. It is going to be very encouraging and will help us create awareness about cancer. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepa ji, for those inspiring words. Now may I request Ms. Shilpa Reddy Garu, the fitness expert, to share her perspective as a message.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I'm honored to be here, and I don't know why Chinnababu Garu trusts me so much. He keeps calling me for all his events. As a fitness enthusiast and as a person who's been consistently training and physically training from last 15 years, I can say that being physically fit doesn't just happen in your body but in your mind as well. It's a lot to do with mind than in the body, if you ask me truly. And today's lifestyles, the sedentary lifestyles we have, is a cause of many diseases along with cancer. I am here to just put across my experience of physically being fit, which makes me do so many other things. Once you're physically and mentally fit, you have the energy, patience to address a lot more in life, and you can enjoy a larger slice of life. Be it being a parent, being a patient parent, being inspiring boss, or being able to participate in organizations such as Grace and other organizations I'm a part of. So it's very, very important that we all eat right and eat what's just needed. What I feel today is we're all overeating generation. There's too much food choices. Every street has 10, 15 eateries. We don't need to eat so much. We don't need to mix up too many cuisines. We just have to eat what is locally available and what's just needed. We don't really need too much food. So, that awareness has to come within everyone. Eat sensibly, eat consciously, live consciously, speak consciously. All of that really, is like a therapy for your inner self and also your mental and physical, health. And I will always be supporting Grace, and my association is, I think it's been 2 years now. Yeah, and I hope this continues further. All the best for the run. I'm going to be there, so come run with me. And I want to thank media, because all of us can sit in this room and talk endlessly, but then if you guys are not there, what we are trying to say to the world will not reach the right number of people. So we are just 100 here. You are the guys who will take this message to millions. So thank you, media. We would request your support for all the other events we will be doing in the future. Thank you again, once again.
Thank you.